Welcome to Visual Basic tutorial basic console applications. I'll be using Visual Basic. So just go ahead and open up Visual Basic. Wait for it to load and start a new project. Okay, so select console application and I'm going to call it Console Tutorials. So I'll just erase the preset text. And then click OK. It'll create your project. The first thing you want to do is rename your module, because this keeps your code organized, and it's really short to do. It'll save you a lot of pain in the long run. So I'm going to name it main module. And the nice thing is it changes the name on the coding too. So inside your submain, that's going to be what's going to load every time you start the console. That's very important, so most of your code's going to be here. The module keeps these subs, so it's really sort of like a namespace. So start off with Console.Writeline. This allows you to write text to the console application. Write hello world, because of course this is probably the first application. It's always just a custom to do that. And so debug it, see what happens. And you see it flashes. That's because it does the command that we wrote, but then it closes at the end of that. So what we need to do after that is write Console.Readline. It'll allow it to wait. It's not the real function for this feature, but it looks perfectly fine. So debug it again, and you'll see that it stays there, and it says hello world. So now let's make a math program. You don't need to delete any code, except for the text inside the quotations. And you could write any type of question, really. So I'll write, what is the sum of 5 plus 5? Question mark. Some people put spaces in between the pluses and the numbers. I don't know why. I personally think it looks nicer. Now you need to dim, which means to allocate space for a variable. Dim answer, I don't know how it's spelled, I'm not checking, as string, and string is really just text. There's multiple types of variables you can have, like integers and booleans, but that's in some of my other tutorials. Now you need to write answer equals Console.Readline, so you really just need to add the answer equals. What this does is the Console.Readline will transfer the data to the answer variable. Now we need an if statement. If answer equals 10, then, just of course equal answer. See, it adds an end if segment. That helps you a lot with these tiny code segments it adds. So if the answer is 10, you need to say something like Console.Writeline you won. Or congratulations, whatever you want to tell the person who got the answer right. So after you're done writing that, you'll probably need to add an else statement. Actually, we don't need the if. So else means if the answer does not equal 10, so it could be any number, if you had text or anything, then you can write Console.Writeline incorrect, you lost. Because of course, if you can't answer 5 plus 5, there's something wrong with you. Especially if you're watching programming videos. So, what you can do is write Console.Clear in front of both of the if segments. If you do this, it will erase the text that we had written previously to replace only the text you won or incorrect you lost, depending on your answer. It's a good way to keep things organized if you use it regularly. If you use it too much or not in the right place, you can really mess someone up when they're using your program. So debug it now, and you see you can enter text, so enter 10, and it disappears because we didn't add Console.Readline. Now, right now, the Console.Readline isn't doing anything like it is before, like giving you an answer. It's just keeping the window open. Once again, like I said, it's not the right purpose, but it works. So once you debug it again, it should open up, and let's enter an incorrect answer, type 7, and it says incorrect, we lost. If you debug it again, you answer 10, which is the correct answer, you can see that it'll say you won. Now, you know the title bar on top of the console window? It really just shows the file location of the console application. You can actually change that. Oh, I thought it would show the full file name, but that doesn't matter. You can change it by adding a really short snippet of code that's really useful at the first line of code in your sub main. Console.Title equal. No, that's not how I do it. Equals. It's different from the Console.Readlines. And then you need to use the quotations as well, because that shows that it's a string math program. Now, if you debug it again, it'll show math program on the top bar. So that's it. Just remember to save your code from time to time. It's a real bugger. The computer crashes and you lose hundreds of lines of codes. Luckily, it'll ask you on code for exit, but I'm just going to discard it. And thank you for watching this tutorial. Bye.